Hey, welcome back to edtech. Today I'm gonna teach you all about anonymous functions in JavaScript. What is this? Anonymous function in JavaScript. So from the name itself, anonymous means without name, right? So let's consider this function. Let's consider this given function. Here you will find, we have a variable here, getName, and it is assigned to this function which is anonymous. Why? Because there is no name allocated between the function and the parenthesis. So you can see between the function keyword and the parenthesis, we need to give a name, but here there is no name, right? So functions like this is called anonymous function, and here we assign this function to the variable which is getName. So this is one example of anonymous functions in JavaScript. So here what we find, this anonymous function is assigned to the variable getName. Then after that we console log for, let's say for example my channel name is edtech. Haha. I'm promoting my channel name through this tutorial. I'm just kidding. Okay. After that you call for the function by calling getName. Now when you call getName, when you're declaring this getName with the parenthesis, what's happening? Immediately that will help you to call this anonymous function. That's why we call getName at the end of the function, after the function. So if I don't write getName, I don't get the result, because with the help of that only I can get the result. Yeah, so let's see. There you go, it's there. Forgot to give a space here, doesn't look nice. Okay, there you go, my channel name is edtech. Haha. So this is one of the examples of anonymous functions. Okay, this can be used in various styles, various manners. This can be used in different ways. For example, I can use anonymous function as argument of other functions. Let's see how it is done. So what is the main function here? setTimeout. And instead of the argument, I'm writing anonymous function. I'm writing the function here without the name. So setTimeout is a main function. Inside the argument, inside the parenthesis, what I need to write as an argument? The anonymous function. So it can be used as an So in this particular scenario, the anonymous function works as an argument for the function setTimeout. Let's console.log. I say execute task after 2 seconds. I want to say this in the console. Yeah, then after that here I forgot. I have to close out this, forgot that. Okay, because you have a parenthesis here, unopened, unclosed. Open, so you have to close that. So you can see, just try to figure out. So setTimeout function in the argument function, then close the argument here, right? That's why you have the extra parenthesis at the end. Then console.log execute task after 2 seconds. Now here I write a comma, initialize, and then write 2000, because I've written here 2 seconds, right? You know the basic maths. Okay, haha. Now what happens? Let's check the result. Oh, sorry, by mistake. I'm so sorry. Okay. So here you go, execute task after 2 seconds. Yeah, so you have the setTimeout function, and then within the, instead of argument within the parenthesis, I write the anonymous function, and then I console.log execute task after 2 seconds. Then I initialize, I give it 2000 value, because 2 seconds is equivalent to that, right? And then what happens? I get the result, print out execute task after 2 seconds. This is quite simple, pretty simple. If you have any confusion about that, do let me know. Okay, I don't think there's much to explain here, just simple basic mathematics. So I'm just showing you an example, a scenario where the anonymous function is used within the parenthesis as an argument for another function, which in this case is setTimeout. Yeah, and then okay, so let me consider another example. So you've seen the result here. Yeah, okay, then let me consider another example. Okay, now here this is another example where the anonymous function, or another example of an anonymous function where the function is immediately invoked. The execution happens immediately. So this is called immediately invoked function execution. So that means as soon as you call for the function, it is invoked and it is executed. Let's see how that happens. Function, parenthesis, curly brackets, console.log, let's say example, make it simple. Yeah, nothing much here either. Sorry, I'm not supposed to close this here. It will close here. Just keep that in mind. I made a mistake. Because I'm doing manually, but when you're doing on the computer, that should be fine. Because I'm doing on the mobile app. And then, okay. So what we find here, you have this anonymous function, which is already within an open and close bracket, and then inside that you console.log, for example, just to see if it is being invoked, and you just write the function and then immediately you call for the function. And how do you call for the function here? By just writing the empty parenthesis here at the end. That is called the trailing parenthesis. So by writing the trailing parenthesis at the end, it will allow you to call the function immediately. And in this case, you find the anonymous function does not have any arguments, as you can see here. Yeah, the parenthesis display. So let's see the result. Example. Yeah, example. Okay. Now let's see the same example of immediate invoke function but with an argument. Okay, so let pet equal to an object. We've done objects earlier. Breed Persian, comma, age 6 years. That's it for now. Just make it simple and short. Yeah. So this is an object. So the pet has a breed, the pet has an age. Okay. Now I go down. I write my immediately invoked anonymous function. Oh, sorry. Yeah, this is the way you have to do exactly. Console.log. Console.log. Okay. You haven't done this, but this is the backtick. So you can usually this is done in jQuery. I haven't done jQuery with you, but just keep in mind that this is one of the ways to call a function. So you can do the backtick here, 2 backticks, and then inside the backtick you need to write a $sign. I'll be covering that in a separate chapter for jQuery, but for now just keep this in mind as an example of anonymous function. So how do you access the pet breed? Remember the dot notation, pet dot breed, right? Then again $, again the curly brackets. Now you need to access the pet age. So dot notation pet dot age. That's it. Now I'm forgetting something. After this, remember, you have to call what? Call pet. You have to call the pet. Yeah? Then only you'll get the result. As I mentioned earlier, remember the first example. Okay. So the pet here is the trailing function. Here, in the last I write, in the first example, previous example, you have a trailing parenthesis which is empty because no arguments. Here the trailing parenthesis is not empty, it has an argument which is pet. Yeah? Okay. There you go. Persian, 6 years. Yeah? Okay. Yeah, we've covered more or less all. Yeah, I've covered all the examples. So, in order to conclude, again, let's discuss what is an anonymous function. So basically, anonymous function is a function without a name between the function keyword and the parenthesis. Yeah, and that means it's a function, basically Javascript function without a name. Then anonymous function can be used as an argument to other functions as well, and also anonymous function can be used as an immediately invoked function execution, as you saw in the last 2 examples, with argument, without argument. Yeah, So I hope this is clear. Quite simple, pretty simple. But if it's not clear, if there's any doubt or any suggestions, do let me know. Okay, so for all those who are not subscribed, do remember to subscribe so that you can support my channel and I can support you with more free tutorials. And a very happy Chinese New Year celebration to all. And also stay subscribed, stay safe. Thank you. Have a nice day. See you in the next tutorial.